Keanu Reeves. A name that resonates with charm, humility, and undeniable talent. A man whose career spans decades and genres, yet behind the gentle smile and stoic screen presence lies a life marked by profound heartbreak and relentless personal tragedy. A life that few truly understand. A story that is as moving as any of the iconic roles he has played on screen, but more human, more raw, more heartbreaking than fiction could ever convey. Born in Beirut, Lebanon, in 1964, to an English mother and an American father. His early years were defined by instability and loss. His parents' separation left him navigating childhood with a sense of impermanence, moving from city to city, from school to school, struggling to find a place where he belonged. Yet, despite the chaos of his upbringing, there was a spark in young Keanu, a resilience that set him apart. He gravitated toward the arts, music, and theater provided a refuge from the turbulence of family life, a way to express himself in a world that often felt cold and uncertain. But even as he discovered his passion, there were shadows that loomed large. His father's absence, his mother's struggles, and the early deaths of loved ones shaped a boy who learned early that life could be painfully fleeting. His teenage years were fraught with challenges. He battled dyslexia, bullying, and the constant pressure of not fitting in, experiences that left him with a deep empathy for the struggles of others and a quiet determination to carve his own path in life. These early experiences laid the groundwork for a career that would be extraordinary, but not without personal cost. Entering the world of acting, Keanu faced the harsh realities of Hollywood auditions, rejections, and setbacks, tested his confidence repeatedly, yet he persisted, his dedication unmatched, eventually earning roles that would make him a household name. Films like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Speed, and the Matrix series turned him into an international superstar, admired not just for his talent, but for his humility, kindness, and the authenticity he brought to every role. But fame, as often it does, came with its own tragedies. Even as he reached the heights of cinematic success, he endured the loss of his close friend River Phoenix, whose untimely death in 1993 shocked him deeply, instilling a sense of mortality that would shadow him in the years to come, a stark reminder that life is fragile and unpredictable. Yet even that loss was compounded by his own personal heartbreak in the late 1990s when he faced the devastating death of his infant daughter with Jennifer Syme. The joy of becoming a father was ripped away almost immediately, leaving him and Jennifer in incomprehensible grief. This tragedy strained his relationships and profoundly affected his sense of family and purpose. Soon after, Jennifer herself died in a car accident, an event that left him numb with sorrow and forced him into a period of retreat from the public eye, a time of mourning that few could fully comprehend. Through all of these losses, he never turned bitter, nor did he seek to hide from life. He channeled his pain into his work, his philanthropy, and his simple acts of kindness toward everyone he met, from colleagues to fans, a testament to a man whose heart remained open even when broken beyond measure. He faced further challenges with the pressures of Hollywood fame, the constant media scrutiny, the rumors, the endless spotlight could have crushed a lesser person. Yet he maintained a rare humility, a quiet grace, and an almost spiritual serenity that set him apart from his peers, a humanity that radiated even through the most demanding schedules of filming and promotion. And yet, for all the accolades and admiration, the personal tragedies never fully faded, the shadow of loss. The memory of loved ones gone too soon. The moments that could never be reclaimed all remained with him, quietly shaping the man behind the legend. The resilience Keanu Reeves displays is remarkable. Not because he is invincible, but because he continues to live with compassion, generosity, and a sense of purpose. Despite the immense suffering he has endured, he donates millions to children's hospitals, supports charitable causes anonymously, and treats his colleagues and fans with genuine respect and kindness, actions that reflect a man who has transformed personal tragedy into a deeper understanding of the human experience. Yet the heartbreaking aspect of his story lies in the contrast between public perception and private reality. The world sees an effortlessly cool, almost untouchable figure on screen. But behind the scenes, he is a man who has known profound loss, unimaginable grief, and the quiet endurance of a spirit tested repeatedly by life's cruelest twists at 61. His story reminds us that even those who seem most fortunate are not immune to sorrow, and that resilience, humility, and empathy are often forged in the crucible of heartbreak. The tale of his life is not just one of cinematic success, but of courage in the face of repeated tragedy, of choosing to remain human, kind, and giving even when the world has dealt blows that would break most people. It is a testament to the quiet strength found in perseverance, the enduring power of love and memory, and the remarkable humanity of a man who has suffered deeply, yet continues to inspire millions worldwide with his art, his generosity, and his indomitable spirit. The heartbreak didn't end with loss after loss. It seemed life kept testing him in ways that no one could anticipate or prepare for. Even after retreating from the spotlight following the deaths of his daughter and Jennifer Syme, he faced the ongoing challenge of navigating fame while carrying the invisible weight of grief. Every smile captured by the paparazzi, every red carpet appearance, every interview required him to perform a version of normalcy that hid decades of personal suffering. Friends and colleagues recall moments when he would quietly step away from social events, overwhelmed by memories of the loved ones he had lost. Yet he never allowed these experiences to make him bitter. Instead, they shaped a deep empathy that became a hallmark of his personality. He is famously known for small acts of kindness, buying gifts for crew members on film sets, offering sincere compliments to strangers, or anonymously donating millions to children's hospitals and cancer research. A quiet reflection of the grief he had endured and a commitment to making the world a little gentler for others. But even these acts of generosity were intertwined with sorrow, a way to channel the pain he could not erase. Health challenges also emerged, not from the physical demands of action roles, but from the mental toll of carrying decades of loss, public scrutiny, and relentless pressure to maintain an untarnished image. Insomnia, anxiety, and moments of emotional overwhelm became constant companions, yet he refused to let them define him, choosing instead to focus on work, family, and personal growth. His relationships with friends and colleagues deepened as he sought connection and understanding in a world that often misunderstands fame. He became a confidant, a mentor, a quiet source of support for those around him, demonstrating that true strength is not measured by the ability to perform spectacular feats on screen, but by the courage to endure, to remain compassionate, and to continue giving love when life has been cruel. His career, marked by iconic roles in films like John Wick and The Matrix, became both a refuge and a stage for channeling his inner turmoil into art, allowing him to transform private grief into public triumphs that inspired millions worldwide. Yet even as the accolades poured in, the personal cost of his journey remained, a persistent reminder that behind every film, every performance, every carefully maintained public persona was a man who had faced some of life's most devastating tragedies and still chose to remain open-hearted. His story challenges the myth of the untouchable celebrity, revealing a deeply human narrative of endurance, resilience, and emotional courage. At 61, the tragedy of his life is not only in the losses he has endured, but in the quiet, persistent grace with which he has faced them, turning heartbreak into a profound empathy that shapes every interaction and every decision he makes. The world admires him for his talent, but those closest to him know the depth of his compassion, the weight of his sorrow, and the remarkable strength it takes to remain kind and giving in the face of relentless tragedy. His life is a testament to the idea that true heroism is not about invincibility or fame, but about choosing to live with integrity, generosity, and love, even when the pain seems unbearable, offering a narrative of hope and human resilience that resonates far beyond the silver screen.